Hey, Alice. Thanks for earlier. We hadn't seen each other in 17 years.
Hi, Jack. What can I do for you?
You
told me you'd rather marry a younger back then. What does my ex-husband, who betrayed me and eloped with my sister, want from me now? You wanted to know something about her and kept pestering me, so I gave you my number.
Oh yeah, about Mia.
I heard you broke up less than a year after you eloped. But what do you want from her now?
That was just an excuse.
No.
I heard you were seen around town through word of mouth. I was hanging around where you might be living, and sure enough, there you were. Well, you had aged compared to 17 years ago, but the resemblance to the old days was still there. So, I recognized you immediately.
I see you got nothing better to do. What's with the creepy stalking?
I was just trying to tell you how happy I am now.
I beg your pardon?
I'm about to go out with a very young and pretty girl.
Wow. I'm glad to know there still are some girls who like weirdos.
This girl, Erin, is a college student. She works part-time at a diner called Annie's, near the town square.
Annie's?
It's a famous diner around here, so you must know.
Yeah, I do. Erin from Annie's.
Hey, she's already cute just by her name.
I know the manager there, but Erin's still in high school.
What? But their regular customer told me that the manager's daughter is a college student.
She is his niece. His daughter's been away for college outside of the state since 2 years ago. Also, she was living in a student dorm in high school, so I don't think you guys have ever met.
Oh.
By the way, Erin's dad also works at the diner.
Seriously?
And he's younger than you.
No way.
You know, before you turn into a creepy pedophile, I suggest you stop going there.
Her dad is younger than me?
You should be glad to find out before you make a huge mistake.
Ugh. Hey.
You again? What do you want this time?
I couldn't get to the point yesterday because of an unexpected finding.
And? If you have something to say, just say it. I'm using up my precious lunch break from work to chat with you.
Oh, you're working.
Of course I am.
I knew it.
What's wrong with you?
You're a single hag for life.
How dare you? You're so rude. It's none of your business whether I'm single or married.
Yes, it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're not married.
Why so?
Because the guy who told me about you said you seem to be living alone in a studio apartment.
Does that mean you know where I live?
Well, yeah.
What the heck has been going on since yesterday? You lied to me to get my number. It was a failure, but you brag about dating a younger girl. I thought you just wanted to brag about how happy you were, but you're still pestering me. It's been 17 years since our divorce. What the heck do you want?
Well, I thought I'd end it yesterday too, after all the embarrassment. But this morning, I realized something.
What?
I mean, you're still single. Does that mean you're still hung up on me?
Oh, Jesus. Is it pathetic to still have feelings for someone who betrayed me after 17 years?
Are you sure? Then why are you still working?
Women work regardless of being single or married nowadays.
But you're single, aren't you?
Why are you so judgmental?
You still have feelings for me, right?
Not at all.
Aw,
You're clingy.
I will marry you again.
Excuse me?
We're getting old, you know? You might think it's too early, but I'm thinking about retirement. Doesn't the thought of a lonely old lady living alone frighten you?
Don't assume that I'm still single because I haven't denied it.
You haven't because you're probably ashamed or too proud to tell me. Then the only answer is that you're single.
God. It's as simple as not wanting to tell you anything.
Why not?
What's the point of explaining my current status to a traitor? But since it seems to be even more of a problem if I don't tell you, I'll tell you as much as I can about my 17 years.
Okay.
Well, look at this first. A photo.
What's this? Why are you wearing a gown?
It's my college graduation photo.
Wait, you're a high school grad, just like me.
I enrolled in a college after our divorce. I wanted to study more.
That's kind of lame, isn't it? You went to college after I left you?
What I did after you left me is none of your business. Thanks to that, I found my calling and was able to apply it to my current job. And most importantly, I met my husband.
Oh, come on, you don't have one.
Here's the next one. A photo.
What are these?
Our wedding rings.
No.
The design of these rings is clearly different from the ones we had, so you understand that they were purchased on a different occasion, right?
Are you serious?
Look at this next. Photo. This is my husband and our boy.
No way.
I don't want to give away their identity, so it's the one taken from the site a few years ago. As you can see, I've already remarried, and we have a child. I have a good relationship with my in-laws too.
You're really married.
Yep, I love my life now.
Then, why do you have a studio apartment? Is it a secret affair pad where you bring different men behind your husband's back? If that's the case, I can take up the part.
You've already become a creepy delusional old man, you know?
What do you mean?
Listen, don't you know that service apartment?
And?
I happened to be in my hometown for a month or so on a business trip, but my parents' house is long gone. I thought it would be more convenient to stay in a service apartment than in a hotel so I can cook for myself. I decided to stay there after consulting with my work.
A business trip?
Yes, this is the end of the story of my 17 years. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, but...
Conclusion, you have already exited my life story.
Wait.
So long.
Alice. Come on.
What?
Just for the duration of your business trip, let me stay with you.
What the heck?
I got no place to live. Let me stay. I will place you at night in return.
That's gross. My business trip ended the day before yesterday, and I'm already back home. There's no one in that room right now.
Oh, shoot. You said the trip was for a month.
Right. The month ended 2 days ago.
Oh, seriously?
By the way, I heard you bothered Mia before you came to me. I contacted her to give her a heads up, and she told me you already reached out to her. You thought she was still single too. You told her that the woman you had lived with for over 10 years had left you and that you would get back together with her in exchange for her financial support. Her preteen son stood in between and turned you away, right?
You know that much?
She didn't think you'd come to me. She apologized for not giving me a warning.
Wait, you guys made up. The sisters who were battling it out over me.
It kind of pisses me off to hear you say that, but when you left her less than a year after eloping, she realized a lot of things. She went to our late parents and apologized sincerely. I was already out of their house, so we never saw each other in person. She called me to admit her mistakes and apologized again and again. If you ask me if that patched up our relationship back to normal, it's hard to say yes. We do keep in touch though, for seasonal greetings, weddings, funerals, and stuff.
Seriously?
So that's it. This is the last time for real. Don't get involved with us anymore.
Alice.
I don't have a place to live. I don't care.
Alice!
Goodbye. A few days later, I received a call from Jack's brother. The house of Jack's late parents, which is currently in his brother's name, is far away. He sold all the belongings he had at the time he contacted me, and raised money for transportation to get back there. When he finally arrived, he was in shambles. His brother was disgusted by the creepy details told to him in tears. He immediately asked a company he knew for help, and the next morning, he grabbed Jack by the neck and threw him into the employee housing. Jack, who had no idea what was going on, found a place to live and work. He was told by his brother to refund $30,000 in alimony that he had covered for him 17 years ago. Currently, he's going through vigorous training to toughen up under the guidance of his supervisors. What's going on, Emma? I haven't been able to reach my dad or brother, so I'm contacting you instead. If you know anything, can you let me know?
Hey, Isla, you're back. Did you have fun on your trip?
Never mind my trip. Everything in the house except for my stuff is gone. What happened?
Well, it's just as you see it. We moved out while you were away.
Really? Where on earth did you move to?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
It's a tough, heart-clenching measure to encourage your independence.
Heart-clenching measure?
You're almost 30. Stop relying on your family already. Get a job. Start living on your own money, okay? You better start looking for a job tomorrow and try to survive on your own.
Okay.
By the sound of it, I'm not sure you realize the seriousness yet. You know, it's already been 5 years since your mother passed away. Your father, Sean, and I have no intention of taking care of you at all.
I very well know that, but...
Ow! You sound so confident. Well, it's better than you cling to us. The lease expires in 3 months there. I've already taken care of the termination of the lease, so you'll have to find a place to live and move out in the meantime.
I got it. Then, can I ask you one last thing?
What is it?
I don't work for a company, but I do have a job.
Oh, please.
I've been putting some money in the house, but I don't have to do so anymore, right?
You don't need to try and make yourself look good at this point. Please do as you wish. All 3 of us will be changing our phone numbers and email addresses. You won't be able to contact us.
Sure.
So this is your reaction. Wow. I hope you understand what it means to be cut off from your family from now on.
Isla, it's me, Emma. Oh, it's your new number. It's been a while.
Where are you now?
I've moved since then, and I'm living in an apartment.
Oh no, you've already moved out?
Of course, a 4-bedroom house was too big for one person. By the way, the landlord's son and his wife are going to renovate the house and move in.
That's not good.
Why? Do you want to move back in?
Your father, Sean, and I are in front of it right now. But I don't have the key anymore, and you're not here either. So, you got a job? Is that why you left?
I told you, I've been working all this time.
But your father and Sean always complained that you didn't want to work but just stay in your room all day. That's why I suggested we take the plunge and move out. More importantly, it was a good chance to get out of the old house.
Oh, I see. It was indeed an Asian house.
But you know what? There's only one thing that's different now. With the money saved from paying your expenses, we rented a slightly nicer property. And yet, the balance in our savings is going down at an alarming rate, and I'm afraid we won't be able to pay the rent anymore. Something's weird.
Well, of course. I've been putting money into the family savings, so you all have been able to get by.
How can an unemployed person do that?
I work freelance, so...
Freelance?
I mean, my room was my workplace. My dad, Sean, and you didn't want to believe me, but I've been making a good income. When we lived together, I was putting $2,000 a month into the family account.
2,000?
That's what my mom earned before she died, and I took over. Since that money is gone, of course, the balance will decrease faster.
Oh God.
The account history should show you all the money I had deposited, but you didn't notice it all along. By the way, is Sean still working as a temp? Is he really going to work?
Oh well, that's...
I guess he thought he was better than me, so he always looked down at me. My dad spends like a madman and can't save a penny. Your move must cost you a lot too. With my brother's meager income and my dad's social security, I'm sure you'll be in red from now on.
Where do you live now?
I won't tell you. You've cut ties with me, haven't you? Well, so long. My brother and his wife thought they could afford to live comfortably on my father's retirement savings. However, my father's spending habits has always been extravagant, especially after my mother's death. More than half of her life insurance was used to pay off his debts. In such a situation, I was putting in 2K amount for them to make ends meet. The punishment I received from my oblivious family was for them to move out without telling me. According to the relative who know the situation, my sister-in-law is constantly fighting with my father and brother, and divorce seems to be just a matter of time. I, on the other hand, took the plunge and changed both my phone number and email, which made me feel so much better. The amount of money I can save has increased, and I'm enjoying my work and life.